Hey there, I'm Casey Keasler, the founder of Casework, an interior architecture studio based in Portland, Oregon. We work on residential interiors as well as creative commercial, like retail, restaurant, small-scale hospitality type projects. And I'm here with Design Milkshake to answer a few questions for you today. So let's get started. First up, I'm going to pull some questions at random. So the first question is, what feeds your work? How do you ensure your point of view grows rather than gets stale? So this is probably a hard one for a lot of creative people because travel really fuels my creative work and my experience, and this pandemic has dampened my traveling significantly. I haven't really gone anywhere, so I'm ready for that to be able to occur. But the other side of things that helps keep me innovative and keeps me excited about the work are our clients. Our partnership with our clients really fuels the creative process. Our biggest goal is to create spaces that are an extension of our clients' personalities. So we dive in deep and get to know their perspectives, their goals, what fuels them, so that we can create a space that, like I said, is an extension of their personality. And each time it's different because each client is different and has a new perspective and brings something fun and exciting and innovative to the table that broadens our minds and our experiences too. So definitely travel, but also that client partnership is a huge part of that, that creative innovation that really fuels us and keeps our ideas fresh, because like I said, each person is different from the next, and I love that evolution. The next question is, let's see here. Can you share an exceptional, extravagant, or memorable treatment you've brought to a space? So we're not necessarily known for any sort of extravagance, but something that felt incredibly memorable to me was working on the Hightower showroom in Chicago. They have a kitchen in that space, and we painted it this like deep, warm red, brownish tone. The cabinets are this just like glossiness that feel rich and exciting and are definitely something different than a white cabinet. And it was so fun to bring in color into that space and really infuse it with personality and take a risk with such a rich color. Okay, next up we have, you said you wanted to have an interior design firm since you were 12. How does this match up to the reality? Well, I have an interior design firm, so that's real. Matching up to reality, you know, a 12-year-old me is probably not the business savvy version of myself that I am today, but I've been involved in design from a really, really young age. My parents bought a home that was built in the late 1800s, and they remodeled it themselves, the two of them, with their hands, and two babies, my brother and I. And my dad was doing the plumbing, doing the electrical, foundation work. We didn't have the money to hire a lot of people, so you know, they did the work themselves. And my mom was the visionary. She was the creative person. She helped with the layout and the innovation and the budgeting and the scheduling, and really made that work happen. She was also the seamstress, so she sewed all of our curtains and bedding and did a lot of upholstery and caning. And I learned through that process at a very young age that, you know, that's just what they did. And they also owned their own business, so, you know, it felt natural to me to be able to combine the two ideas. When I was 12, they built a house on my grandparents' property, and I got to see that project go from paper to foundation to studs, eventually to like wallpaper and room layout and furniture, and it never gets old to me. I love that process, and I never get tired of it. I find it exciting every time I walk into a new space and see potential, especially with a client who is a visionary and has an idea for it. I love building on those ideas, and I've been doing a version of it for a really long time, and then founded Casework in 2015. Is this what the 12-year-old me had envisioned? Definitely. Parts of it are exactly what I want it to be. And then other parts are bigger and beyond and more than what the 12-year-old me really thought this would be. And I've learned so much along the way. So I feel empowered by the fact that, you know, I can make a living doing something that I've wanted to do for so long. And it's also what I really love and enjoy. So that was kind of a tough question. And something I haven't thought about in a really long time either. What are you working on now within your own home? So any homeowner knows that it's always a work in progress. My spaces are constantly evolving. I'm moving art around. This is a piece behind me by my mom, and I just moved that over here a couple weeks ago. I am currently working on my kitchen renovation, and I have a few things left to do. Some of the work I'll do myself. Other pieces I will hire out. But I like doing that work because, one, it's what I grew up doing, but also because it informs my design process and gives me respect for my general contractors. I'm general contracting the project work that I'm doing right now. It gives me respect for my tradespeople, and it also brings a higher level attention to detail in my process because I have a very hands-on approach to the work that I'm doing, and I can see how details really come together. So hopefully I'll have that kitchen finished really, really soon and be able to share it with you all. And then the last question is, what does an interior designer notice about a room other people don't? I don't know if this is an interior designer thing or not, but you know, I would say details. And details just come with experience and doing a project over and over again and really, you know, getting beyond the bigger picture. That's, I feel like, a big difference from a DIYer to someone who's been doing this for years and years, is just how the details come together, how the tile meets the drywall, meets the wood, meets the stone, and that juxtaposition of those different materials, I think, is really a significant thing that you see time and time again that isn't always considered because someone has never, you know, put these pieces together in that capacity. So that's one. And then the fifth wall, the ceiling, a lot of people don't pay attention to that, and often they'll just paint it white. But I think that's the other moment in a space that deserves attention and can really push the level of a design and create a space that's something different than the average. That's it for today. Thanks so much for your time. I hope that you learned a little about me, and I had a blast. So thanks so much, Design Milk. See ya.